When we decide to get disciplined, we often weaponize our masculine energy. We create rigid rules, strict routines, and demand absolute compliance from ourselves. We become a tyrant to our own soul. But in depth psychology, every extreme action creates an equal and opposite reaction in the unconscious. When your conscious ego plays the role of the dictator, your shadow takes on the role of the rebel. That part of you that suddenly refuses to work, that procrastinates, that craves junk food or distraction. That is not a character flaw. It is a protest. It is your inner feminine or your inner child rebelling against a system that feels suffocating and devoid of joy. Your shadow sabotages your success because the path you designed to get there feels like a prison. Until you learn to lead yourself with negotiation and self-compassion rather than a whip, your shadow will always burn down your plans. Consciously, you want success. You want the business, the body, the thriving relationship. But the unconscious mind does not care about success. It cares about safety. And for the human animal, safety means belonging. If you actually commit, if you actually step into your power and achieve what you are capable of, who will you leave behind? Will you threaten your partner? Will you outgrow your friends? Will you surpass your parents and trigger a deep, unconscious guilt for leaving them in their suffering? Your shadow knows that stepping into your greatness will cost you your current identity. It will force you to face the terrifying isolation of individuation. So, to keep you safe, to keep you belonging to your current tribe and your familiar struggles, the shadow cuts the power. You quit, you fail, and you get to stay safely small. We often think the shadow only contains our darkest impulses. But Carl Jung taught that the shadow also holds our unlived potential, our golden shadow. Sometimes we don't fear failure at all. We are deeply comfortable with failure. We know exactly how it tastes. What we are truly terrified of is our own light. If you actually stick to your goals and succeed, you lose your favorite excuse. You can no longer play the victim. You can no longer blame your circumstances. Success demands ultimate, terrifying responsibility. Your shadow sabotages you because remaining a work in progress allows you to live in the fantasy of your potential. As long as you keep starting and stopping, you get to dream about how great you could be without ever risking the failure of actually trying your hardest. You do not lack discipline. You lack alignment. Stop treating your inconsistency as a sin to be punished. Treat it as a symptom to be understood. The next time you find yourself self-sabotaging, don't reach for another productivity hack. Pause, look into the dark, and ask what are you protecting me from? Only when you make peace with the unconscious fears driving your behavior can you stop fighting yourself. And when you stop fighting yourself, discipline isn't something you force. It becomes something that flows.